Pisces, welcome back to the channel. Monica Lou here at The Love Messages. So today we are going to be doing your reading from May 28th to June 3rd. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you and you want a private reading with me, all the links for that will be in the description box below this video. Pisces, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge for the final days of May, first few days of June is the High Priestess. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Death upright. So your biggest challenge here, Pisces, for these coming days moving into June, you have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a very mysterious energy. She's very mysterious. She's very much connected to the spiritual realm. And this is going to be a big part of your challenge, tapping into that spiritual energy that you have. Now, some of you watching this, you're very spiritual. You've already tapped into that energy. It's a no-brainer for you. Now, if you're not somebody who hasn't been tapping into ancient wisdom, astrology, all of that stuff, that could be something that can really help you. Can really help you in making decisions, listening to that inner voice, following your intuition. Some of you, on another note, this can have a lot to do with someone who hasn't been communicating with you. Maybe there's been a lack of communication, or maybe you feel somebody here is keeping secrets from you. The High Priestess is your challenge. We're going to clarify it. We're going to get more information for you in a moment. Now, in the recent past for you, Pisces, you have the Ace of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Swords. For many of you in the recent past, it was very clear that somebody here liked you. They liked you on a very, very deep level. Hierophant. They wanted to marry you, commit to you. Literally, somebody saw you here in the past and said, I want to commit myself to Pisces. This person is, I'm really feeling that this person can really be a part of my life, and they can change my life, and they can make my life better. And somebody rushed in to be with you in the past. I'm getting an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, maybe a Taurus. Somebody here really, really liked you, okay, in the past. Now, others of you could have been dealing with somebody here in the past who saw you and they said, you know what? Are you interested? Do you want to be with me? Do you want to commit yourself to me here in the past? So this is what I'm seeing. There's definitely talks here about commitment, or if this isn't about commitment, if you were already in a commitment, some of you wanted to know the truth. You wanted to know the truth about a person or a situation that was taking place. Maybe you wanted the truth here about your marriage or your commitment to somebody, or maybe you found the truth out. We're going to clarify this. We're going to get all the details for you in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Two of Pentacles, you have the Emperor, and you have the Sun. So in the present moment, I do strongly feel there's a choice or decision that may need to be made here, weighing options, of course. And this has a lot to do with your happiness. Okay, it has a lot to do with your fulfillment, your happiness, your goals, your dreams, the things that you want to strive for. And the choices and decisions that you make in the present moment are really going to determine if a situation that you're involved in the present moment is going to continuously bring you the stability that you're looking for, or is there a change that needs to be made in order for you to get to this place of stability? We're going to talk more about that when we clarify in a moment. In the near future, you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Four of Swords, and you have the Two of Swords. So in the near future, many of you, there is something here about protecting your peace. Bottom line. There's something here about protecting your peace. There's something here about protecting your energy, your assets, your money, your finances, your wishes, your goals, your dreams for yourself. There's a strong indication here in the near future, Pisces, that you're working on healing. You're working on resting. You're really taking self-care to another level here with the Four of Swords. I see you choosing to block somebody or close yourself off from certain people, certain energies, because your personal energy is too precious to really just open to anybody. And this is huge, okay? And we're going to talk more about that. We're going to clarify and get more information on that for you in a moment. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Death. So something in your life is going to change and transform, okay? When we enter into June, The sun is going to be in Gemini, which is going to square your sun, moon, or rising. So there's going to be a little bit of tension here, but I feel that tension is very much needed because there is something in your life that's been very confusing. It's taken very long time for this situation to change or to move forward, and you've been very patient. But because there's been so much confusion in connection to the situation, many of you are just going to end the situation, or if you're not ending it, there will be a significant transformation and you no longer will be in confusion. You will no longer be waiting. There will be some sort of changes that take place here, and I feel these changes are good, especially because for many of you, you've been confused or you've been uncertain about something here that may be coming to an end in your life. Okay, so let's get into your reading. Let's do some clarification. Let's see what's going on for you. Okay, let's clarify your challenge. Okay, so your challenge is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is clarified by the Fool, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. You are the Queen of Cups, by the way, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. You have very strong emotional intelligence, okay? You're very aware emotionally about others, about your direction in life, when it's time to have a new beginning, when it's time to get clear on something. You've been thinking about this situation for quite some time. There's something that's been on your mind for quite some time. It's been really deep within your subconscious mind. And this has a lot to do with where you're putting your energy, where you're putting your emotional energy, if you should have a new beginning, if you should step outside of your comfort zone. Some of you, if this is about love, this is about determining whether or not you are even open to entertaining love ever again, right? Some of you are single watching this and you're saying, should I really put myself out there into the dating world again? Am I open to trusting people? Am I open to, giving my love to somebody, right? Some of you are in that energy right now where you're saying, I need to gather all the information, all the knowledge that I can get to really understand and determine, understand and overstand if something is truly for me. So this is about having a new beginning and getting really clear on what that new beginning looks like for you, whether this is a new beginning in your career, a new beginning in your love life, a new beginning in your spiritual world. This is about taking that leap of faith, okay? Gaining more knowledge. Some of you are putting yourself in a position where you want to gain more knowledge. Maybe you want to take a course or you want to learn something to enhance your knowledge. But either way, this is about a brand new beginning that's happening for you. Saturn has exited out of your sign, so you're feeling this relief now. And a lot of you are wanting to explore emotionally when it comes to your life in general and how you want things to go. So your biggest challenge here is to really look deep within yourself and ask yourself, where do I want to start new in my life? Where do I want to invest my energy and my time and my efforts into something new? And this means stepping outside of your comfort zone. But for many of you, one of the things that's going to be a challenge for you is listening to that inner voice, because you're highly, highly intuitive. You're highly intuitive within yourself. Why? Because your ruler Neptune is in Aries, and Aries is all about what? The self. It's all about the head, the starting point of everything. So this is about really using that intuitive knowledge that you have within yourself and applying that to your life, right? And it's emotional intelligence, right? The Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, this is emotional intelligence. It's not something that you read in a book. It's something that you are able to download spiritually. And this is going to be a big part of your challenge because some of you don't think that this is possible. Some of you are like, what are you talking about? Some of you are going to get it and some of you aren't. If you don't get it already, it's a process, right? And the Ace of Swords is about signs. These are signs that are coming in to you that are saying, hey, it's time to step outside of your comfort zone. Hey, take this knowledge that you received and apply it. Some of you are getting very profound knowledge, and this is about taking this knowledge that you receive and applying it to this new beginning that you're having. Some of you are starting a new business, or you're wanting to start a new business, or you're wanting to start something new. And it will require you to take that hidden knowledge that you receive, wherever you receive it from. For many of you, because you're very spiritual, it is something that happens. It's profound. It happens through your dreams, or it happens through your meditation. But this is emotional intelligence, and you can look up what emotional intelligence means online, because that's going to be a big part of your challenge, being able to tap into that emotional intelligence that you have to get clear on how you want this new beginning to happen. Okay. And by the way, you're going to get a lot of signs around you of what this new beginning will look like for you. Okay. So even though it's challenging to figure out what this new beginning looks like for you, you will be equipped with the right knowledge and information if you're open to it. Okay. And that's going to be a big part of your challenge. It sounds very wishy-washy, but check out what emotional intelligence means and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify all the cards. Okay, so your biggest, we're past the biggest challenge. Your recent past, you have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is about commitment. So maybe you were in a commitment, a marriage, maybe you were committing yourself to something here. You have the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Many of you are walking away from relationships or things that you've committed to yourself to in the past. You're walking away, you're emotionally disconnecting from it. And this could also be very much connected to your challenge, because although you want to have a new beginning, you want to make sure that you're doing it in the right way, shape, or form. Now, many of you have walked away from a marriage, a commitment, something here that, some of you dropped out of school as well. I'm getting that. Either way, whatever it is, apply it to your situation. You disconnected from something here because it wasn't bringing you the happiness that you seeked here in the past. And many of you said, well, I tried to make this work. I tried to make this relationship work. I tried to make this job work. I tried to make this friendship work. I tried to make this family situation work, and it just didn't work for me. So many of you walked away from something, or you emotionally disengaged from it after trying to make it work many times. After you walked away from the situation, Pisces, you realized how much more you were satisfied and happy with your life. Now, again, there's something here about abandoning a relationship or abandoning somebody here in the past. Many of you disconnected from an earth sign, a Taurus. I'm getting a Gemini or a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You asked this person many times in the recent past to be honest with you. You said, you know what? I need the truth. I need to know where we stand, what's going on. Do you love me? Do you want to be with me? Is this relationship a relationship that you see yourself being in with me? Many of you try to get the truth here from somebody. And I feel this is what your challenge is about. Many of you still love somebody. You want to give them a second chance, but you don't know if it's the right thing to do. Okay. It's not going to resonate with all of you. Okay. But for those of you who need the reading. So somebody here in the past, fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, they could be any sign really, but this is somebody that you were very physically attracted to. They were very on and off with you here in the past. They were very fickle with you in the past. Okay. Or you were very fickle with them. You may have came to terms that this person left you for good. You may have said, oh, maybe they left me. They don't want to be with me. That's fine. But it's interesting enough because this person ended up coming back in the past. And when they showed up, a lot of you dropped your guard and you started to move towards this person as well. However, there was still this waiting game. I feel somebody here was playing games in the past. Somebody here was playing games with you in the past. Okay, it's not going to resonate with all of you. The Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords, and this is something that really bothered you in the past. And this is why Saturn was in your sign, because what Saturn was teaching was to have more respect for yourself, to have higher standards for yourself, to have a better expectation of what you needed and required here in the past. This person still left you hanging in the past, okay? They did certain things that made you wait. This is why you have the Death here and the Seven of Cups and the Temperance, because what's coming to an end is this game that this person's been playing with you. So there's been a lot of this waiting game, and it's created a lot of anxiety in the past. And this is why, when Saturn was in your sign, Saturn was saying, start having more respect for yourself, start setting standards, having more responsibility for the people who enter into your life and how they treat you. So for many of you in the recent past, you wanted the truth from this person, but they couldn't give you the truth. But the truth came out based on how they were treating you and how they were acting with you here in the past. And that sent a lot of information to you and understanding of what really truly needed to take place here in the past. So many of you were dealing with somebody here who was playing games with you in the past. Okay, so let's talk about the present moment. Let's clarify all the cards. Okay, in the present moment, you have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is a choice or a decision. You're weighing your options, choice or decision here. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. I did mention this to Cancer, and some of you have Cancer in your chart, or maybe you're dealing with a Cancer. There's definitely something here about someone breadcrumbing you, okay? It could be somebody that you're dealing with that's younger than you. Somebody here may be making an offer to you here in the present moment. There's a choice or decision that you may need to make. Now, I'm just going to mention this, and again, it's not going to resonate with all of you, but some of you have an opportunity that is coming into your life and you're very hesitant on whether or not you should give this person a chance. I do feel, okay, forget about the breadcrumbing message. You know, if somebody's been breadcrumbing you, it becomes a lot more clear in the present moment. But I'm past that, okay? Because you know, if somebody's been breadcrumbing you, it's so obvious. You don't have to question it. You don't have to, you know, remain in this illusion, right? A lot of you are waking up to the fakery. You're waking up to people who aren't really there for you, right? Who've been breadcrumbing you. However, there's somebody who's younger who's coming into your life, or you're attracting somebody who's younger, and this person's going to bring forth an idea to you. And a lot of you, because you're very highly sensitive, you're going to see a lot of potential within this person. And I feel that working with this person or doing something big with this person is going to be super important, and it's going to be a part of your destiny. And I feel like this is starting at the end of May. You know, the last few days, this opportunity comes in, but you're weighing the options. You're saying, I don't know if I should work with this person. I don't know if I should take them up on their offer. So the message here in the present moment is, when an opportunity comes to you and it is presented to you, really consider it on an emotional level, okay? On an emotionally intelligent level. This is why your challenge here is the High Priestess, because the High Priestess has very sacred knowledge, and you've learned, or you are in the process of learning very sacred knowledge that will help you to see opportunities when they come into your life. And these opportunities are coming from the other. They're coming from somebody else. They're coming from somebody else, okay? So that's a very important message for you in the present moment. And by the way, this opportunity that's coming in, it's coming in from a very small source. It doesn't look like a big thing, but it can eventually turn into a big thing if you give it the chance, okay? Now you have the Emperor in the present moment, so stability is coming into your life after a very difficult time. Yes, of course, because Saturn is exiting, or has exited out of your sign. But again, what did you learn when Saturn was in your sign? Do not discredit the lessons that Saturn taught you. Saturn taught you very important individual lessons in your life, maybe emotional lessons, maybe spiritual lessons, maybe lessons pertaining to yourself or just your day-to-day life. So your biggest message here is, do not forget about the lessons that you've learned that have brought you to where you are right now, because the place that you're at right now, many of you are in a place of stability. You've achieved something great because you went through those lessons. And what is going to be brought forth into your life is happiness, success, and abundance. If you are single, there's somebody who's watching you, okay? I'm getting an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus is very strong, and Leo. Somebody here sees you and they want to commit themselves to you. And you're questioning, should I give this person a chance? Should I move forward with this person? Is it somebody that I should open myself up to? And I feel like the answer is yes, okay? And I feel like this has nothing to do with a person from the past who has breadcrumbed you and treated you like you needed to be treated better, okay? So many of you are letting go of somebody here who's been playing you, and now the right person's showing up because you've done that inner work on yourself. You know, you've learned the lessons. Some of you went through brutal lessons in the last 3 years. You went through such brutal lessons that you realized, you know what, I really need to change the way I'm dealing with people or how I let people into my life, etc. Okay? So this is what I feel happened here for you, or what's happening in the present moment for you, okay? Excuse me. Let's clarify the near future. Let's clarify the near future for you. Okay, so in the near future, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the card of independence. That's clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Tower, and the Hermit. One of the things that you have to be very careful of in the near future, and this is a warning, but it's a positive warning, so don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Don't worry. Okay, everything's going to be fine. In the near future, Pisces, there's a victim mentality here in the near future. You know, the victim mentality is the fact that something here in your life is changing. It's not as stable as it once was. It's forcing you to reflect on things here that need to change. And what you're going to notice about your life in the near future is certain things in your life, there's going to be structures that are going to be breaking down. Maybe you're used to doing things one way, but you may need to adapt and change how you're doing things. And in the near future, the Eight of Swords is here. So one of the messages here that you have to be very careful of, very, very careful of, hopefully you're listening, do not isolate yourself. Do not put yourself in a position where you're isolated. You're not connecting with people. You're not putting yourself out there, because what that ends up doing is it hinders you from actually achieving this financial independence, making more money. It's not just being financially independent, but making more money and reaching a higher potential. So if there's certain things in your life that are chaotic, that lack structure, that don't make sense to you, you may need to be open to making and creating changes. And those changes are going to require you to step outside of this isolating energy. You know, if you're just sitting in a room all the time by yourself, or if you are just focusing on doing things by yourself, this is about really stepping outside and rebuilding some sort of aspect of your life. So there will be a lot of reflection in regards to that. Some of you are playing victim here in the near future, and I'm going to tell you right now, you're not a victim. The opportunities are presenting themselves to you in the present moment. It's a matter of you taking action towards them. Okay. This is something that is going to be really important for you. In the near future, you also have the Two of Swords. So you're protecting your energy. This is going to be really important, because let's say, for example, you are somebody who's very successful and you've done that inner work on yourself, you know, ever since Saturn was in your sign. Everybody's going to want to get to you. Everybody's going to want to be with you. Everybody's going to want to move forward with you, but it's very important that you discern. There's something here about discernment, right? And discerning is going to require you to look at where you came from and where you're at now, and who wants to come into your life, and if they're worthy of coming into your life. And this is what Saturn taught you, because in the past there was chaos. In the past, you just let anybody and anybody or anything just run over you, right? Like a victim. And the more and more you get closer to this fulfillment, this self-prophecy that you have within yourself, you're saying, oh yeah, I did the work on myself. Did you? Did you do the work on yourself? Because if you didn't do the work on yourself, I can't deal with you. A lot of you are cutting people off or blocking people because they're just not simply working on themselves. They're not doing that inner work. So having that discipline, the temperance and the strength, remaining to have that discipline after Saturn exits your sign, is what's going to allow you to successfully continue to move forward. Now, I also mentioned self-care. This is going to be something that's very important to you here in the near future. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Like I said, collaborative energy, there it is. I was picking up intuitively on that before I picked up the cards for you. So in the near future, there's a very important collaboration that's coming in for you, okay? I'm getting in June, even though this is the final days of May, early days of June read, I feel June is going to be a big month for you to collaborate with certain people. And the more you do the work with these people, and you trust and believe that these are people that can really help elevate your financial position, the more prosperous you're going to be. Okay. I see you moving to the next level. I'm seeing 1033 on the clock for you. Check out what 1033 means in angel numbers. You can comment it below to help other people in the community connect with that. So the message here for you in the near future is rest as much as you can, because if you're somebody who's go all the time, you may miss out and not see the opportunity that's coming in to collaborate. There's something here about collaborating, working with other people, and that's what's going to increase your finances in the near future. Okay. If somebody's been playing games with you and just keeping you as an option, you're going to have this strength and you're going to reflect on this, and you may realize, you know what, it's better to accept that this situation comes to an end, rather than, you know, being in a situation that's completely unrealistic for you. Okay. And this is, again, what Saturn taught you over the last 3 years. So don't forget, because often when Saturn leaves that area that it was working on for the last 3 years, we're like, oh, we're free now. We don't have to go back and do this anymore. But many of you need to be reminded of what you went through in the past so that you don't repeat those same lessons. Okay. So let's get some advice for you, Pisces. What's the advice? Okay, so the advice for you is the 9 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, your biggest piece of advice is not to be in fear, worry, or stress over collaborations or working with other people. A lot of you are afraid that if you open yourself up to working with other people, it's gonna go nowhere. And the decision here is gonna be up to you, but of course, many of you are learning that part of you expanding and growing and becoming more, because many of you, like I said, I've said this to you many years ago, and it's coming up again for you with Saturn finally exiting your sign. If you want to move to that next level, that new milestone. There's something here about I'm bored now, I accomplished this, now what's next? Collaborating, cooperating with others, taking people's ideas over and then expanding that is gonna be huge for you. It's gonna be huge, huge, huge for you, and it's gonna start at the first week of June. Your biggest piece of advice here is not to be worried about the future. A lot of you are worried about the future, you're worried about your goals, you're worried about the things that are coming up, and there's no need to worry. Why? Because if you've done that inner work on yourself, you're gonna attract the people who've also done the inner work on themselves. And those are the people that you wanna collaborate with. Those are the people that are gonna take that anxiety and fear away from you that you have simply by just working on your own. Life isn't just about being solo all the time. It's about collaborating with like-minded people, creating a community that's bigger than yourself so that you can elevate to the highest level, the highest frequency that you're meant to achieve in your life, okay? So Pisces, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thank you very much for tuning into this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.